Oh my gosh. Hello, everyone. I am so glad to see you right now. A lot has happened since we've been together, my friends. So come on in. Let's do a little stamping and chatting and just find out how you've been. And let's look at some new products from the beautiful new catalog coming live on May 2nd. That is next Tuesday, just a few days away. I have been playing with the products for over a month now, and they are good. What can I say? Super good. Hello, Andrea. Very nice to see you. As you come in, please say hello. And since I haven't done this for a few weeks, and I am also recording or showing up live, whatever, over on on YouTube. So please let me know if you are watching on YouTube if the audio is fine, and likewise on Facebook. Maybe I've forgotten a few of my tricks. So very glad to be here with you tonight. Just got my hair done for you. Ooh, thank goodness. I was actually a couple days ago, I was trying to brush something out of my hair. I saw it. I thought it was my face cream because it was white. No, it was my hair. That is not funny. It's not as funny as you might think when it's on your head. Great, Jean. Thank you so much. She says audio is fine on Facebook. Perfect. Alicia has shared already. She reminds me to please remind you if you are enjoying this video, please share it back onto your social media sites because you never know who would like to become a part of our crafting community. With that, welcome or welcome back. My name is Lisa Harden. I am the stamper behind the Stamping Zoo here in beautiful Boise, Idaho. That's where I'm coming to you live tonight. It is a beautiful, well, we finally have spring. It's trying to be summer. It's going up to about 83 degrees this weekend, which is not typical for us at this time of year. However, since it snowed probably 10 days ago, it's just a it's just a crazy mishmash like the rest of the country, right? So, hello, you are so welcome, Joe, anytime. In fact, if you would like to come and stamp with us, I'd be happy to register you as well. So, anyway, I am very glad to see you all here. And like I said, it's a beautiful night tonight. I don't know, it's probably 75. So, I will be out on the deck after we chat. Andrea says she's going to be out on my side of the country in 2 weeks. What? What brings you over to the Wild West, Andrea? Do tell. Hello, Elizabeth, and thank you for sharing. I also will remind you that when you share, I will share. So every week, we've been taking a little hiatus here for the last couple of weeks, but next week, when I go live, I will take all of the comments of those that have shared this video, and I'll put you into a drawing for some beautiful Stampin' Up! Product. I don't remember what it is, but I've got a treasure chest back here, and there's all sorts of freebies in there for those of you who are kind enough to share. So you need to hit the share arrow and share this video. And then you need to come back into the comments and just type shared. Okay, that's all you have to do, as well as joining in with the conversation, asking questions. Okay, I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And one of the things that means is that I sell all of the products that we'll be using tonight. I hope you heard that, Joe. So, all of these products will be available to you. Some of them are available to you right now, but the new products I will make note of, and they are available to you beginning May 2nd, probably at midnight. But, at the very beginning, the website can be a little wiggy, but should you choose, that's when they're going to become available to you. Maybe 4 or 5 in the morning. Okay, let's just hold off on that. Hello, everybody's coming in. I'm so glad to see you guys. Okay, I don't see anybody from YouTube yet, which is fine. Um, I'm just wondering like how my software is working. Okay, so thank you so much. Oh, very nice. Thank you, Roz. Says I like that. I look fabulous. I'll take it. Considering. So here's the dealio. I was gone last week because I had surgery on Tuesday, last Tuesday in Salt Lake. So I was not hiding it. I was not telling very many people because I've had the last 2 months up until last Tuesday, I would not like to repeat them again in the rest of my life. They were very, very stressful. And part of that, of course, was getting ready for surgery that just brings along all sorts of emotions and logistical issues. So, um, I don't like to worry people. I didn't want people wondering where I was, and I didn't know whether I'd be able to return comments and stuff. So I just left it. And I was just thinking, I'll just tell everybody once it's over and it's fine. And guess what? It's better so far. It's better than I even expected, which I'll say the bar is low. If you have a chronic disease, you understand this, right? The bar gets set kind of low, and you're like, please just, don't kill me. But I feel better now, only 8 days out of surgery, than I felt before I went to surgery. So that has, again, I'm a cockeyed optimist now again, and that has given me some hope, right? So one of the things that should scare you about that is that, I'm always telling lots of you that I'm going to come visit you, and I might be on your doorstep soon. Okay, so get your spare room ready for me, and get your inks re-inked, and get some extra cardstock because I might be there. Oh, thank you so much. Everybody's very yes. Thank you so much. Hello, Anne. Thank you for sharing. Can't wait to get some of the new products. They are so good. KZ says Lisa time is share time. KZ was really she's my share ambassador. She's so good at it. So thank you, KZ. And actually, KZ asked me, she found out kind of inadvertently that I was in the hospital because she sent me a question about a swap we're doing. And I went to send her back the response. And instead, I mean, I was under medication, right? I sent her a picture of my body in the hospital bed. So then I had to explain, like, sorry. Anyway, hello everyone. It's totally fine, Alicia. A lot of people didn't know that was by my techniques. Yes, I am feeling so well so soon, right? Hello, Deborah. Very nice to see you. Okay, everyone. So we're going to get started. But first, I'm going to show you. I got some lovely cards since I've seen you last. And also, then this was another fun thing to come back from the hospital for. Jill Peterson sent me this cute, look at this. Ah, look at its hair. It's so adorable. Alicia, you thought this was like a 3D graphic. No, it's a real thing. And it sits on a little platform. Okay. And then it has this little button right here. Of course, this is from Jill Peterson. Keep this in mind. You will not be surprised. And then you press on its little medallion, and then it poops candy. Oh, and guess who likes the candy? Cash. It's not that tasty. Candy. Want the candy? Want the unicorn poop? Here's your unicorn poop. Here's your gross. Okay, so I know it's horrible. I feed my dog candy. Like, it's fine. Um, but yeah, okay, so this is what they look like. They're just multicolored. My Cashy actually likes, don't ask how I know, but I know he likes Skittles. He also likes sour Skittles, and he likes gummy bears. So he's kind of, we have the same taste in candy. We are both like um, 4-year-old boys. So anyway, thank you so much. This just makes me, just looking at it makes me laugh. It's so very much a gift from Jill. I love it. So anyway, I thought it'd be great advertising for the catalog, which reminds me, if you do not have your copy of our new annual catalog that I'm talking about, it's going live on the 2nd, and you live in the United States and you would like to work with me as your demonstrator, please just go fill out a request, a catalog request over at thestampingzoo.com. There's a tab just for it, and I will send it to you. Okay. What I do is I send these free to all of my customers who've shopped with me for product, classes, anything in the past 6 months. And if you haven't, then I just ask that I will Venmo you $10. That just covers the shipping. These get sent out priority. And then in return, you get a $10 coupon to use sometime in the next couple of months. So you get your money back. All right, everyone. So let's put this down and get down to it. Get down to it. That's not really the song, but I don't want to get in trouble from what is that group? Cool in the Gang. Yeah, since I'm sure they're watching this right now. Hello, Cool in the Gang. All right, there's Leslie's Outback Stamping. Hello, Leslie. I am on YouTube. Well, I was wondering if somebody would join, and here you are. Hello. Thank you for viewing. Please let me know if there are any issues with the audio or the video, because this is my first night going live in both places. Don't ask me why. It's just there's always a list of business things to do, and I love my YouTubers, and I've been meaning to do this, and it was actually very easy. So, hello, Laura. Very nice to see you. And hello, Joan, coming in Friday morning from Australia, as well as probably Leslie. And where is, okay, there's Leslie's Outback Stamping, but there's also Leslie Annabelle. So, all three of my Australians are accounted for. Thank you so much. Oh, cool, Leslie. Okay, and that's, she says she's going to head on over to YouTube because it does better for her than Facebook. I love that. That's why I'm trying to do this. Just options, right? And Sherry says she finally received her pre-order yesterday. Yes, as you know. Um, the day that the pre-order went live was also the day that the clearance orders went live. And it was like, I believe they sold more in the 2 days. Stampin' Up! Sold more product in the 2 days, two first days of those sales than they did in the entire month of March. So it's a good problem to have, but orders were taking up to 2 weeks. I know some of my customers waited 2 weeks. Also, please remember there is always an expedited shipping option should you need it. And, just keep that in mind if you are working on projects that have a timetable. Um, it's always good to just check in with your demonstrator and find out what the shipping times are, because, this is kind of the day and age that we're in, right? Oh my gosh, Julie says, "Oh, I know, Julie. You knew I would love that little I don't even know. He should probably have a name. And so you guys can try to think of a name for him and you can give me the comment in your comments. You can let me know. If you choose overnight shipping, do they pick your order sooner? I'm not quite sure how all that works, but I would say yes, because when I normally choose 2 day shipping and it's doesn't take 2 weeks and then 2 day shipping. Now, that said, I don't know the difference between demonstrator orders and customer orders. I don't think either take precedence necessarily, but um, you get it faster. Yes. Yes, I did not wait in the queue for 2 weeks. Mine went out pretty quickly. It did, let me take that back. I was probably in the queue for about 4 days. So, okay, enough of that. I just want you to know, basically, just remember that it's an option should you need it, okay? So, let's see here. Oh, I had some graphics. I believe I still do. Let's take a look at these graphics because they're very important. Okay, so tonight we are going to be working a little bit with the Zany Zoo. Oops, here we are. The Zany Zoo suite of products in the new catalog. This is just one of the 3 bundles that I am featuring at my second annual Spring Fever Fest 2023. It is on May 19th and 20th. That's a Friday and Saturday. You can choose to come for 1 day, 2 days, the bingo night only, or everything. And if you would like to register for this, the sooner the better. So I can order product and nobody will be crying. Over at thestampingzoo.com, you can find that information. Or if you have been, the best place to get it is to follow my email or join my email list, which you also do over at thestampingzoo.com. And then you get links to everything first. Okay. But I've advertised it a lot. So it's if you look down on this Facebook page, it's there. And then also, if you just go over to thestampingzoo.com, it is a page all by itself. Okay. Lots of options. You choose the bundles you want to work on. I have tutorials. You will get kits where you will make 8 cards based on each bundle. Then we have a bingo night that's going to be all about the color refresh. not the in colors, but the 11 color refresh colors, which we will talk about briefly in a moment. So please come to my 2-day retreat. I love it. And just keep in mind that I'm going to be having this 2-day retreat every year on this weekend, which is the weekend before Memorial Day weekend in the US. Okay. So please keep that in mind and go take a look. We have some good stuff planned. Okay, and then here are our 23 to 25 in colors. We have talked about them quite a bit, but the other thing that is starting very soon is my in color club. Okay, if you registered for the in color club, you received your invoice today for the first month. So if you don't think you've received it via email, please let me know. First, look in your junk or spam boxes, and then contact me because I will be purchasing these products bright and early on May 2nd as well. And this is 5 months of exploring just the in colors. I do a custom color coach. We talk about Stampin' Up's color coach. I send you card kits every month. You get full size products every month of one of the 5 different colors. So when you open this box up, it's nothing but beautiful monotone, monochromatic, I should say. It's all the different products of one color. They're quite pretty. I spent quite a bit of time last year working on the aesthetics of it all and making sure that my shipping products are sturdy enough to make sure everything gets to you. And they were very well received, literally and figuratively. So I'm largely doing that part of it the same, but we'll have lots of differences. And so, anyway, again, head over to thestampingzoo.com if you would like to sign up for that. Actually, it's a registration at this point, but I will reach out to you very shortly with an invoice because we are at that point now where payment is going to be due. All right, so we still have some last chance products, a lot of last chance products. I've been showing you Facebook posts over the last couple of days about some things that I consider as like steals. So please take a look at them. They may still be here, they may be gone. But if you just head over to stampinup.com or again, go through my store at thestampingzoo.com. Just know that there's still lots of goodies that you can get, but only until May 1st or while they sell out. Okay, and finally, if you are shopping with the Stamping Zoo, first of all, I give you a million thanks. You are one of the ways that helps the Stamping Zoo grow, and you allow me to do one thing that I really love, and that is being of service to you and being your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. That might sound a little corny, but it's not corny. It's just me. So call it whatever you want. But anyway, I want you to know that when you apply this host code to orders under $150, that helps me to bring things to you, such as the freebies that I give away for sharing and all of that. So, anyway, I really appreciate it. And so let's get on with some show and tell. Oh, yes, if you start walking now, Laura, we actually have airplanes that come to Boise. I realize it's a little bit rustic, but we do have an airport. You do not have to walk here. I had to make sure that wasn't too hot. What is everyone drinking tonight? I've never mentioned this to you, I don't think, but I love this tea. This tea is my tea jam, Dragonite Oolong from Revolution. You can get it on Amazon. When I first had it, they served it at PF Chang's, and they may still. I don't know because that food doesn't agree with me very much anymore. However, the tea always stuck with me. When I first started ordering it, I practically had to call the company. I don't remember where I found it, but it took a while. Now I just ordered it on Amazon. Actually, I ordered it yesterday afternoon, and they put it in the basket today. So, anyway, it's really yummy. It is oolong, which is not black and it's not green. It's oolong. It's its own class, right? And it has marigold flowers, peach and apricot flowers in it. So it's the fragrance and the flavor is just like this collision of deliciousness. So anyway, I'm stuck on that. And so, what are you drinking tonight? Oh, yes, give it a try, Elizabeth. Elizabeth, you said I'm too far. No, we'll just keep it in mind for next year. Come out with a friend, enjoy Boise, Idaho for a 2-day retreat. I'll start advertising a lot sooner now that I know, like, I have a beautiful location in a hotel. And so, anyway, we'll do all that. KZ is, oh, ice water, very essential and tasty. Okay, very quickly here, I'm going to show you some beautiful cards that I got. Since I was gone, a few people did know what I was doing. This is from Anne, my friend Anne, who's on here right now, and it's so gorgeous. Yes, I'm glad my surgery is behind me as well. It's funny because I'm sure you guys do this too, but so I had surgery like a week ago, and so every day I'm thinking like, what was I doing last week? And last week, Thursday, I was like, oh, yeah, I'm so much better than I was last week. This is a beautiful card using some products. It's called Aloha something. It's from Kathy Sanford. She was thanking me for. She wanted a stamp set in the You Share I Share promotion, and she just made the most beautiful card. This is Grapefruit Grove, I believe. So anyway, just beautiful. Hot cocoa. How fun. I love seeing what you guys are having. I love it. And then remember I told you KZ got that funny picture for me. Then she sent me a card. And this is the current month's paper pumpkin. Look at this stunner. She is a beauty. Whew, she is a beauty. Oh, so nice, KZ. Beautiful notes. The notes are obviously, well, they're probably even better than the cards, but they're as good as the cards. Let's say that. So anyway, super pretty. This is from my friend Sandy. This photograph, this is this yellow butterfly 406.com. This is a friend of mine as well, Kelly Sedgwick. And she takes lots of pictures, mostly featuring the beautiful location of Missoula, Montana, or Montana at large. And so I'm sure this is somewhere in Montana. It's very beautiful. And then Carla Kimball sent me this. What do we call this technique? I don't remember, but it's super cool. This was that Dahlias set. Very fun. And just like a one-sided card, which I really love. Anything to make it a little different is super fun, right? Oh, and then these two cool elephants. My aunt sent me that. They're very beautiful animals, aren't they? Hope you're doing well. And then finally, my dog sitters. They put up a, what do I want to say? Like a pennant. It said "Let's potty," like for dogs, not POTTY, PAWTY. And I guess it could have been either. But yeah, so they were very kind to me. And more importantly, they were very kind to Tango and Cash, I'm pretty sure, because Tango and Cash were very happy to see me and they were crying and all that, but they weren't frantic. And I know the difference. And they ate when I was gone. And I know that because Michael and Lisa send me pictures and they got walkies, and all that stuff. So anyway, we're all good. But we're like anyone. We're like any family. The band's back together, and so the 3 of us feel better. Hello, Ethel King. Bringing on in from New Jersey, Ethel. How are you doing? So let's talk a little bit about the color refresh. I told you that that is going to be the feature, I guess the design feature of my bingo night on May 19th. And so I just wanted to show you. So I took the daisies stamp. What's it called? Cheerful Daisies. Yes. The Cheerful Daisies, which is also part of the retreat. It was a choice. So people make choices. They don't just come to my retreat with various projects. I make the projects. I provide 3 different options and then they get to choose. Okay. So anyway, I was using the Beautiful Daisies. And so I wanted to show you by color family. So this is what was added to the subtles, right? Bubble Bath. I've had the opportunity to use that for some swaps and I'm in love with it. It's really good. Fresh Freesia. Now, Fresh Freesia just moved over from the In Colors, right? And so it's never been retired because the In Colors retired, but then it moved on over to the subtles. Lost Lagoon, returning color. I think it's going to be a stunner, a winner. and then Lemon Lolly, a brand new color. And then we had that was the family that had the most new, right? There we go. A little hard to see in my light. And then we have in the Regals, Pretty Peacock and Blueberry Bushel, both stunners. I love Blueberry Bushel, and it came along, and we had that celebration paper with all of those, like delectable looking blueberries and strawberries. So that's hot. Neutrals, we have Misty Moonlight, a returning color, Pecan Pie, a new color. I really like pecan pie actually. It's very like easy. It just moved right in. Then finally in the brights, my favorite family, we have a lemon lime twist, which is a returning color, as well as berry burst, and then a brand new one, azure afternoon. I used all three of these colors in different swaps that I prepared, along with bubble bath. And so anyway, they it's very easy to transition into using these new colors with the existing colors. So I hope you will give them all a try, and you might even have a favorite. And if you do, you can tell me that in the comments because I want to know about it. Okay, I actually have some cards for you. They're coming up. One other thing I wanted to let you know, I didn't get these prepared today, but I will be probably featuring them tomorrow. Is I am going to provide some laminated color coach deck of cards for purchase or free with well, they're going to be free with the In Color Club and probably to my retreat as well. But I just want you to know that I'm going to be offering them for sale for everyone. So there'll be these little cards. I'm going to have them professionally printed, but these are documents from Stampin' Up! That we can use, and they're excellent. I use them all the time, and I started sharing them with customers last year more and more, and now I'm like, "Why am I not offering this to everyone?" So, I'm having them professionally printed so the colors will be true, okay? And then, it'll be like a little deck of cards, and I will laminate each of these, and then you will receive them, and all you'll have to do is just cut out the laminated sheets, punch a hole in them, and put a jump ring that I will provide. Okay, so please just watch for that this weekend. And again, if you are not already receiving my emails, please just go over to thestampingzoo.com. And after you're there for just a few seconds, a purple pop up box will ask you if you want to receive the news. And that's all you have to do is fill out that information. Okay, I'll advertise it here too on Facebook, but it's always better to get the emails because um, it just depends on what you see from time to time on Facebook, whereas you'll always receive my emails. So hope you'll be watching for that. I think it will end up being a really useful tool. It's been something, like I said, that I've used for a couple of years more and more with customers, and I've always been using it for myself. And then I just realized, like, why am I not sharing this? And then other people are sharing it too. And I was like, oh, okay, I'm onto something here. So, with that, let's work on some cute cards. Okay. So, we are going to, of course, first and foremost, make a llama card because I feel like this set is my $1 million set, even though I am way far away from selling $1 million in product. Because, of course, my business icon is the llama. And so here we have a beautiful little llama. I'm just going to call her lady because she has really long eyelashes and she is knitting up a storm. So we are going to put her front and center on this first card. And let me see. So one other thing I did as I was organizing all those new colors is you may gasp, I don't know, but I threw away all of my scraps. Now, first of all, I keep my scraps pretty well maintained. So I don't keep every little scrap of paper that I've ever worked with in my whole life. I keep current colors of usable sizes. That said, though, the color families have switched up a little bit, right? And I just didn't want to, I was like, why am I going to go through all these little pieces and parts? And so I tossed them. And you know what? I will also recommend that because it feels very cathartic And I think it's going to be very easy for me to start fresh. Otherwise, I would have had to like take some of the colors out, leave some of the colors in. And I was just like, I started down that road. And I was like, really, Lisa, just like, don't. Hello, Marcia. Very nice to see you. So let's see. We are stamping that. Now, I have pre-done a little bit of the work. Speaking of the new colors, I'm using Misty Moonlight. And then I made a front panel 4 by 5 1/4 that's Misty Moonlight that is embossed with one of the embossing basics. This is sold as a trio, $30 US. A trio of embossing folders. I believe they are back in stock. Will someone please tell me? Um, yes, it was very freeing, Elizabeth, because sometimes certain groups of scraps get out of control, and then it's like then you stop using it. Or for me, if things are disorganized, I stop using them. It freezes me. So we're all good now. Okay. So, and then what I have here is I have also embossed that. It's in Misty Moonlight. And I use the 2 3/8 inch punch, which is also a bundle that I'm going to be featuring at a retreat called Circle Sayings. So that punch is bundled with this cool stamp set. And of course, all of these things fit inside the punch or around the punch. Okay, so don't miss that one. So I'm already like using the punch like crazy. And so Misty Moonlight and Boho Blue. No, Misty Moonlight and what is this? Am I saying the right colors? Yes, I am. Boho Blue, Misty Moonlight, Basic White. Sorry, that's what happens. And then I have an insert, 3 3/4 by 5. Also, Basic White. I think I can get that one. So let's color her. And the other things we're going to have in this, and you also may notice, these don't look like my hands because they made me take my nails off for surgery because they wanted to be able to monitor my oxygen. Pesky details there. So anyway, I am getting new nails on Saturday. I can't come soon enough. Look at this. In this die set, there's all sorts of activities that these animals are doing. But this is a little stool. We're gonna put this next to the llama because she's knitting. And I don't know about you, but I always have like a little table next to me when I'm doing my handicrafts. So there's that. And then we're gonna use this vase. Now, why didn't I put adhesive sheets on these? I don't know because they are tinier than a fly's behind. So that's going to be fun. But just know that that's what we're going to do. We're setting this little vase with a tulip in it. Oh, all of these are dies that are in here. I didn't want you to have to wait for me yeah, these are the In Color Club nails. Wild wheat. No, but tomorrow, you never know. They might be. We're getting awfully close, aren't we, Jean? Yes. Okay, so anyway, all of these animals are doing like all sorts of activities. And yes, this is a curtain, like a theater curtain you can put on either side of your card. And then this can be the scallops at the top. And then these, they look just like hot dogs. Do you see that? They're actually the tie backs for the curtains. So we will use that sometime. But this is like an explosion of all sorts of things you can use. We're just kind of scratching the surface here with you tonight because I am just getting, back in the office chair, so to speak. They're a blast. I think as usual, I think it's a total bargain, this whole set. Okay, so now that I think I have my colors memorized or remembered. Boho Blue. Where's my Misty Moonlight? And I used Sweet Sorbet for that tiny flower. And so I'm going to bring that out in the color. Okay, and then Misty Moonlight. Where are you? I'm not sure why I'm singing that. The That's not something that should be happening. Blame it on the anesthesia. Okay, Misty Moonlight, such a great like gray blue. Oh, so good. Okay, so I, as I said, it was a wild couple of months, and finally I get to 2 weeks before surgery. I got a bad cold. I was worried about that. Got through it. That was fine. I am going to be coloring. I'll go back and forth between this scintillating story and um, the instructions. I'm going to use the light sweet sorbet right now. And I'm going to color the yarn. That's how I'm going to bring the color of that tiny tulip into her like scenario here. She's going to be knitting. And I also think that sweet sorbet is a really cool. I love red, white, and blue. It's in my blood, right? And so I like this combo. So yes, I finally got to my flight. My plan was to fly into Salt Lake because I don't live in Salt Lake. I live like an hour and a half plane right away. So my plan was to fly into Salt Lake, get a hotel, do a colon prep because that's what I have to do before surgery. Then they were going to call me that day and tell me when the surgery was because they don't tell you that ahead of time. And then I was just going to get on with it, right? So our flight was a little delayed. And before that, though, when I was checking in, I did ask for a wheelchair, somebody to take me in a wheelchair because for this particular time, I had been fasting and I already didn't feel well. Okay. So anyway, I was like, I'm getting a wheelchair. So I asked for wheelchair access and they're very kind about it. And they were like, just go sit on a chair over next to that gentleman who's also waiting and somebody will come and pick you up. Okay. I sit down next to him and I am a bundle of nerves. Like I already told you, like last 2 months, don't want to relive them ever again in my life. So I just want to be, right? I just need to be. And he starts talking to me immediately. Nice enough, but not what I needed. So am I mean to him? No, I'm not. Because I'm not a complete, you know. He is telling me about how he's waiting for his wife to bring him his phone because he left it in the car. Then she comes in. Then he tells me, there's my wife. She brought my phone. Yes, okay. Then he's trying to get me involved in a conversation with them. And my wheelchair comes. So my wheelchair comes. I have to leave. So sad. I was like, have fun. Oh, before I leave, though, he's telling me that he's going to Chile. And then he's going to Chile. He's going to stay there for a little while. And then he's going to come back. And then he and his wife are going to move there. He's waiting for wheelchair access. Okay. Now, the next few things I'm going to tell you are this is what was going on in my mind. Partially because, again, I'm at my wits' end. And partially because this is just how I think sometimes. I don't want you to assume that I am judging the man or that I think I know his situation just from sitting next to him for 5 minutes. But to look at him, you don't think he should be going to Chile. Okay. And like he's talking about hiking and kayaking. And I'm thinking, really? Because I don't know if that's going to work out. But whatever. That's his deal. Okay. So he's telling me that. And then, oh, so sad, my wheelchair comes. So I left and they took me to my gate. Very nice. and I gave them some gratuity. Should always tip those people, and sent them on their way. And then, oh, guess who parked next to me in the wheelchair next to me? Yes, he did. He was like, "Well, hello there," and I was like, "Dear God." So then he started telling me all sorts of stuff, like how he was talking with an ex-girlfriend that with someone you just it's like you never stop loving them even though you get married to someone else, and I was like, "Okay, what is wrong with you?" Anyway, then he says to me, "If you don't mind me asking, what kind of surgery are you having?" "Yes, I mind you asking." Why?" I don't understand. So I gave him a very general answer. But anyway, the whole time I'm just like, "I'm gonna explode from stress. Can you just stop it?" Um, Guess it was God having fun with me on the last go around here. Okay, now I'm using ivory. The llama can be any color, right? But I don't know. I'm just finding that I kind of like this little face to be ivory, and then I'm leaving the body white. And we're probably going to use some Wink Stella because why not? So our my flight's delayed. Then we get on. Okay, it's mechanical problems. So then we get on. I have chosen for this flight to fly first class. It's not that fancy. Don't It's not like I'm in a pod, okay? Keep in mind, I'm only flying for an hour and 15 minutes. So it gets me basically drinks and snacks, which I can't eat. And anyway, a very comfortable seat. That's what I was after. So I get the comfy seat. Very nice. Miss Harden, what would you like to drink? I said, I'll have an ice water. Great. Bring the ice water. I drink it. Then they make us disembark the plane. Is that what you say? Get off. They make us get off the plane. At the same time, they're telling us to get off the plane. The surgery center is calling me to tell me what time to be at the surgery. They don't tell you that ahead of time. They don't tell you that until 2 o'clock the day before. So they wanted me there at 9 o'clock, but my flight's just been canceled. So I ended up having to get my bag, go back home, start my colon prep, and then leave at 3:45 the next morning. It all worked out. But let me tell you, I didn't think it was going to work out. And one of the funny things was when I got home, I called my mom because she was like, please call me and let me know when you got there. And so I called her when I got back here. And I was like, I'm not there. I am in Boise. And she was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. What? Are you kidding? And I was like, I can believe it. And no, I'm not kidding. That's where I am, which was actually just fine. So there you go. In a nutshell, my crazy trip there. My trip back was much less eventful. The only thing was I had just had surgery and been released from the hospital. So it was kind of difficult. But you know what? I did it. And let me just say, I'm very proud of myself. I got through the last 2 months. That's what gives you that's what makes you know you can get through some tough times when you have tough times, unfortunately. Okay, so I have colored her and she looks great, if I do say so myself. And now she just gets cut right out. And you did see me using a little bit of Post-it tape. It's just a low tack tape that I think works great and doesn't mar your beautiful little artwork. She's so adorable. Oh, look at her. And she's going to be sitting next to that little table, remember? So let's make our scene. Like I told you, this this suite is really all about scene and scene cards if you want to. Um, I know, Elizabeth. That's crazy. I know. Oh my gosh. That was when I was like, maybe I should have brought someone with me because here I am sitting here seemingly begging to be talked to. Not true. Okay, let's put this little thing together right now. I'm going to place her first. And I am going to use the liquid glue because I did emboss that circle. Yeah. So she's going to be sitting right here. I'm going to just put her, let's see, I think there. Oh, yeah, super cute. And then we'll start with the table, which KZ said in the comments, somebody thought this was a tie back for the curtains. No, no, sweet child, that's not that. No. But I certainly don't know what things are sometimes. But this is way too big. That's not what this is. So it can be used in a very with various of the animals, but I thought it worked perfectly for a little knitting mama because, like, why not? Okay, so then I'm just gonna put that right there. Oh, so cute. And then I better put the flower. Let's see, how am I gonna do this? I better glue the flower to the back of the vase first. Lord help me, I need my nails. I'm fingerless here because it doesn't help that I am a nail biter, right? You guys all know that. So, of course, I have bitten him down to the nubbins. Less than nubbins, I tell you. But you know what? Thank goodness for the take your pick tool. It's saving me and our reverse tweezers. Oh, look at that. Now, okay, I'm going to put just a little dot. It's going to be easier for me to just put a dot of glue there instead of trying to put it on the back of this minuscule thing. It's so cute though. Gotta have it. Okay, so see, I have tied this little vignette together using the same colors. The stool is pecan pie, and then sweet sorbet tulip with sweet sorbet yarn. That's going to be popped up on this. No, we use the black. And actually, let me pop this up first. So, yeah, I was a little out of it last week. And I'll tell you what, I am not sure why in the world people actually can get hooked on OxyContin because that is nasty. Did nothing to me but give me the worst migraines. They were giving it to me like for a day and a half. And then finally, and then I was fighting migraines, right? And so then the next time they asked me, did I want the high dose or the low dose? I'm like, I want nothing. Give me Tylenol and let me suffer because you're just giving me migraines. Then they wanted to send me home with a bunch of it. And like, sorry if it's your jam, but I was like, no, I do not want that. I don't want to have to worry about getting rid of it. Some kids will break in here to get it. There's none in here. Just move on. Hello, Pam. Guys, I haven't been visiting with you very much. I've been looking down at this and talking about my crazy friend at the airport. He's in Chile right now, probably. Maybe he meant like chilies. Maybe he didn't mean Chile. No, I think he meant Chile. I know this because, well, I'm being funny. I know this though because he was like, look this up. And then he gave me the website. And I'm like, yes, I have seen pictures of the country of Chile before. I know what you're talking about. No, I had to look it up. Pete Pablo, how do you get hooked on watching people craft? I don't know. I guess you just watch people craft. You're doing it, so tell us. Yes. Okay. So I'm using the black Stampin' Dimensionals. So if you would like to keep those in mind for these darker colors, I think they are fantastic. And then let's see, what kind of jewelry do we want to add? Let's find something really cool. Lots of things would go. We could use the iridescent pearls. I'm feeling like I just want to put a sentiment inside. So we have a lot of new embellishments coming. We didn't have so many in the pre-order though, which was kind of surprising. But again, totally fine. Hey, are these? Yes, perfect. Okay, here we go. Ooh, gorgeous. All right, these are adhesive backed solid gems, three different colors: lemon lolly, boho blue, and I believe pecan pie. Okay, and so please keep that in mind for your beautiful pre orders. Let's see here. Let's do some tone on tone, which is gorgeous. And then I don't want to compete with that base. So let's just put that right there. Cute. All right. And finally, let's put something inside. We have some really cute sentiments. This is an all-inclusive stamp set, images and sentiments. Something great to celebrate. You're too wonderful. Happy birthday to you. Let's just do you're too wonderful. Oh gosh, yeah. Get out there, Kathleen. Get that stuff before it blows away. I like something great to celebrate too, but we'll use you're too wonderful because that's sweet. And let's see here. Um, what color? Why not Misty Moonlight? Or yeah, let's use Misty Moonlight. I just have to find it. But I'm learning my colors. Let's give this a try off on the grid paper. It's very juicy. New ink pads are all very ready to be used. You're too wonderful. That's a little off. Let me try again. Let me try again. I usually don't stamp right in the middle here. Kind of like lost my orientation. I think that's how it is. Oh, it looks good. Okay. You're too wonderful. That can be a thank you, of course. Can be a you're too wonderful. Enjoy your birthday. You know, anything. You're too wonderful. Enjoy life. Okay. Finally, I'll just use a little bit of seal to get this situated in here. And it's so cute. Ready to give away. There we go. Look at her. Isn't she cute? I've already made like about 50 of her. So she was pretty easy to color. Okay. So the other thing I want to stop and show you is, remember I told you this was all about scenes, right? And how easy you could make scenes with this paper, especially. So the designer series paper, I usually show you 2x2 pieces that are cut up, but this doesn't really do this kind of paper justice. There are different scenarios of animals doing different actions on these different sheets of paper. Okay. Hello, Denise. So for instance, here's one. These guys are partying. Okay. They're all different, and they're all, some of them, let me move this ink. Some of them can be die cut, and some of them you'll have to fussy cut, but they're all pretty cute. Here we go. So I won't show you every one of them, but just in case you're brand new and you don't know, like Pete Pablo, 1999, if you're still watching, we will show you how you get hooked on it. You get hooked on it by fun stuff like this. So see in the paper right here, then you can die cut out this raccoon with balloons. Who doesn't want that on a card? Okay. And then I think like for every design, there's something you can die cut. For this one, it is the alligator on a bicycle. Like that makes sense. And we are actually going to use this on our next card. Okay. And then there's one that's all about like hobbies, like again, the llama that's knitting. And 1 second. I know I have a half sheet in the front, but let me see. What pattern is it? Oh, yes. I like that pattern. Yeah, I almost used this up. So there's the llama. You can die cut her. This guy's cooking, reading. Here's a little like Bob Ross hedgehog. All right. Oh, this is sloth doing yoga. Who doesn't need that in their life? And then all of the backs of the paper, because it's a very specific theme, is it not? So all of the backs are nothing but black and white graphics, and they are fantastic because there's nothing I like better than using black and white with a really bold color. So they have, and it's like a repeating patterns, right? So dashes and flowers and scallops, dots. So all that fun stuff, and very versatile paper, right? And it's 12 by 12, as you can see. And again, if you are in the retreat, you're attending my retreat, and you come or you order, that's one of the selections you have, you will get half a pack of that DSP with your kit. There's also some really cool paper coming up in the new catalog. It is 6 sheets of printed vellum. I don't remember what it's called. Maybe Vellum Essentials or something. It's 2 of these leaves. Beautiful. 2 polka dots. Ooh, cute. Always a winner. And then 2 diagonal stripes. Okay. So I was thinking, again, I'm in love with this circle punch, 2 3/8. I think this might provide a good backdrop for our alligator on a bike. And if we don't like the stripes, then we will just simply use polka dots. So we want that. And these are going to be great for any use of cards, any theme. They're really almost like the embossing basics folders in that they're just straightforward designs. They don't have a particular aesthetic. They can be used with anything, right? Okay, so let's first, this is out of the DSP. And so you can stamp this image and color it just like we did with the llama, or you can simply die cut it. So we're going to take advantage of that right now. Do a little die cutting. And again, I want my okay, this little guy. There's a couple different points that you need to kind of watch, right? I would like pick 3 points, the tail, the head, and then one of the bicycle wheels. But there's lots of little guides to help you along because these are, our dies nowadays are close to the image because we don't like a lot of white halo around our images. And they said, okay, fine. We'll make these things really close. So you just have to kind of check it out, but just know that when you buy the pack of paper, if you mess up on one, it's okay. As luck would have it, I did not mess up on this one. Okay. So let's, the other dies that I'm using are the 2 flowers and the cloud. I cut them out several times in advance. You're welcome. Because there's nothing really that exciting about that, quite honestly. Only thing you need to remember is if you're going to use adhesive sheets, use them. Don't think about them after you've die cut those. I was smart this time. Now, I used adhesive sheet on that, but I didn't use an adhesive sheet on that tiny vase with the flowers. So funny, right? See, so this is just going to give us a little bit of relief from whatever's going on back behind the image. It's almost like it kind of focuses your eye on the alligator. Okay. Now I just went with colors that were in the designer series paper, right? Every pack of our paper has a color coach, a color chart on the back of it, and it tells you exactly which colors of paper Stampin' Up! Has used. So it's a great jumping off point for figuring out what you want to use in your card. I'm taking this. This is a technique I've done before, but I really like it. Haven't done it in a while. And there was one of the bundle examples in the catalog. did this. So going to use a bunch of images also in Pool Party, and I'm going to glue them directly onto the front of the card. I chose the flowers because of the flowers in his basket or her basket, I don't know. And I chose the clouds because I want to try and show that this is actually a scene, right? I was talking all about scene, the scene card. We are literally making a scene. And hello, everyone. I'm just going back in the comments here. Hey, Kathy Strang. Very nice to see you. I know. Yes. Oh, Roz. Yes, you had all that. Oh, great. She's telling you about that hail and stuff. That's no good. Yeah. Oh, goodness. Okay, so I'm not gonna like cover the card. I really think like how much is he gonna take up? I'm envisioning him down here. And so maybe I will just have like a sprinkling. I almost want to do like a diagonal, but maybe we'll start that way and then possibly change it. I don't want it just random all over the place. And I don't want to have to cover the whole thing. Sand, oh, this would be so much easier, by the way, if somebody had nails. Oh gosh. Okay. So these all have adhesive sheets on them. The adhesive sheet really is it's very nice because it's kind of repositionable until you know, have decided where it's going to be and then you can kind of burnish it and make them more permanent. And then I think no problem. I've never had any problem with the images peeling back up or anything. I will take just a moment while I am gluing these down. It's highly interesting, I'm sure. And I will please ask you if you are enjoying this right now and you have not yet shared, please take a moment to do so. It helps the Stamping Zoo to grow. It really does. And it also puts you into a drawing the next time I go live, which will be next week, to win something fun. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Let's put one of them going off and then we will trim it. Okay. And so there are, I think there's only one of the cloud dies, unless I missed one. Hope I didn't miss it because I only used one to cut it out. So anyway, see, you can kind of move them around. And we also have a cloud punch if you wanted to like, if you really love the cloud concept and wanted to go crazy with that. And we have cloud dies in several of the bundles, but the cloud punch, it's much larger than this, but it's really good to have. Okay, and then let's start sprinkling in these flowers. Again, just a large and a small. And all of these things that I'm using now, the die cuts, the scenes, the theater scene, they can all be used with other stamp sets and other bundles that you have. Mix and match. That's not very, that's not anything new for Stampin' Up. You know that. I know you guys are so good. I know you've all shared. Well, you've shared if you came in at the beginning, but that's why I'm like, just giving you the friendly reminder. But I do so appreciate it. Okay, does anybody have any questions about any of the new products coming up or any those two retreats that I just told you about? Well, no, one's an online 5-month online class, and one is my retreat. Okay, Nancy, hello. And yes, she says she's glad she caught us because she's interested in making some scenes too. Let's make a scene, y'all. Okay, what was I just going to tell you? It was a fleeting thought. I'm sure it was really great. It'll come back to me. Don't worry. Okay. That one's a little, no, that one's a little weird. Let's see if I can pull it up. I did. Okay. I'm going to put that on the inside of the card. Can I pull this one up? No, just leave it. It doesn't have to be perfection. What is perfection in this random pattern that I'm doing? It's kind of hard to see on the camera. I realize that. I could possibly bring it down a little bit more for you. Of course, then that would make it crooked. We're just gonna leave it. Okay. Kind of like in the larger ones. Let's see. If I would space them a little bit further apart, then I could get my small ones in there a lot easier. And let's see. Is it something great to celebrate? You. We could use that one, of course. This is kind of a fun card. And oh, good, Kathleen. I'm glad everything's not going to fly away. I know you live in Florida, girl. You guys like it wild down there. They like it wild. Okay, I am going to put one here after all. Oh, there we go. Sometimes it just, you just have to do it like a second time. And then you go, oh, okay, that's how I wanted it after all. Jean says, what's your favorite new in color? Jean, are you asking me? Because that's hard. I I'll tell you which one surprised me the most, and that is wild wheat. I've really taken a liking to it, and I did not like it initially. I was like the rest of you. So, since I have that up on the board, what is everyone else's favorite in color? Do you have like a specific? I mean, do you have a favorite yet? Yeah, let's find out. I know, Denise. It's so cute, isn't it? We have so many fun things coming in that new catalog. It's going to make you so happy that you're a paper crafter. Okay, let's see how this is shaping up. This is going to be on dimensionals. Kind of cute. Not as random as I wanted, but that's life. Okay, I need another one in here. Oh, Lisa, come on. I wonder if I can get this one up. Yeah, okay. Put this guy back in there. And normally I would say, like, put this alligator where you want to, hide your mess ups. But it's not that easy on this particular design. Okay, come on now. That's so funny. That guy who just commented, like, how do you get hooked on? How do people get hooked on watching paper crafting? I'm just sitting here thinking, like, no, how do people get hooked on watching gamers? Or, you know what I mean? Like, we all have our favorite things. And I'm like, I would rather die than watch gamers. You know what I'm talking about, right? People like just play video games and other people watch them. And this is like a huge thing. Uh, no, no, thank you. Please just poke my eye out with the take your pick tool. But there's something for everyone. Oh, so funny. Okay. So again, now that we're using this um, vellum, we have to kind of watch where we put the dimensionals. But the cool thing is this gator is kind of long. So we have lots of area to put the dimensionals where they're not going to show, right? So don't forget about the strips at the ends of your Stampin' Dimensionals. Sometimes they make the perfect shapes for things that you need, and they're the same material. So, okay, I'm gonna put this in here. Cutie, cutie. Now I'll probably fine tune it. Maybe I'll put in a few more elements now that everything is situated. Ooh, okay. Thought I was cutting the card, but it just felt different because of the adhesive sheet. We probably should put a sentiment strip on the front of this one, don't you think? I think it needs a little something else. Oh, lots of little extras. And that can be down this way, can be up here. That might be kind of fun. That kind of helps me with all those flowers just sitting there, actually. Okay, I like that. Hold on. Let's see if one of the stylish shapes banners will work. I think it might. And then I can kind of, okay, Elizabeth. I know I lose some of you East Coasters. You're a Brights person. I know, Jean. Um, you're not sure about the colors. True. You're not a blue lady, but maybe the boho blue. Okay. That countryside DSP, you know what? It's beautiful. It was not my first choice. I was like, "Oh, okay, blue paper, that's fine." Um, it's pretty cool. And the images on it are very neat. Okay, let me grab a block for this guy. And what color? I really like the alligator color. Since I'm just a little unsure about all the colors we're using right now, I'm going to Pool Party. Oh, it's lemon lime twist. Great. One of my faves. A fast favorite. I feel like lemon lime twist is a fast favorite for most of you. I bet Kathleen likes it. Sorry. Yeah, or I mean, I bet, well, I'm sure Kathleen probably does like it, but I bet Jean likes it. Because remember, she just said she's a Brights lady. Doesn't surprise me, Jean. Oh, what? There's something tiny on my stamp. Uh-oh. We're getting gusts of up to 60 miles an hour. Denise, watch out, girl. There. Something great to celebrate. You. People need to hear that more often. Or say it to themselves. Just like I said, that I was proud of myself that I got through like basically the last 2 months of my life. I think that's good for people to like stop and take stock because goodness knows we definitely hold ourselves accountable for the stuff that goes wrong that we feel is our fault. Some of it may be, but we're always very quick to call ourselves on the carpet when something didn't go quite right. But I think, well, I'm usually around women most, so I think women are very slow to be able to say, you know what, I did a really good job. So I want to hear that more from you guys. Okay, one more little piece to die cut. Such a cute. Okay, who has the Zany Zoo already, or who will be getting it on the second, or between now and then? If you're a demonstrator, you can buy it right now, which is always a sweet deal. And of course, I mean, if you want to be on my team, I would love it because who wouldn't want to be on my team and then add the Zany Zoo to your starter kit? You know, what is a starter kit, you ask? It is simply an order you place for anything you want in the amount of $125. In exchange, you get, no, that's for nine. Let me start again. You purchase $125 of product for only $99, any product of your choice, and you pay no shipping. You just pay tax if that's applicable. And then after that, for at least 3 months, you get to shop with a 20% discount and no minimum. And if you want to keep shopping for 3 month periods after that, you just have to meet the minimums. If you don't want to, you just end up being my customer like you always were. So if you are thinking about wanting to get more for your money and join a team where you get lots of free perks for being on my team as well, please just let me know. You can either private message me, you can go right on over to thestampingzoo.com and you can sign up right from there. The tab, I believe, says join the zoo crew. So, yeah, give it a try. Nancy says she's been anxious to try it out. Yes. I think you're the one who said you want to build a scene, right? Yes, absolutely. Now that I'm looking at this, I think I want to put this over the, can I do that? Will it work? Let me put this over. There we go. Didn't use dimensionals on that because remember, it's already resting on some die cuts of the flowers. So it didn't really need any more height. Okay, let's clear the decks a tiny bit while we're waiting for this to dry, and then we'll see how that worked out. I think it's very cute. And the cool thing about having that flexibility with the papers and being able to die cut the images is if you're in a hurry or if you want to make multiples that you don't want to color every one of them, you can just cut them out. Like die cut them and be done with it. And die cutting is very fun. Ask me how I know, right? Okay, so here's our first one. What do you think of her? I think she's, of course, perfection. And then here's our second one. And so then something great to celebrate you and see how all those images are just kind of sprinkled throughout to kind of make it look like, again, a scene, but a different way of making a scene, not so literal, maybe. Then finally, we're just going to put this on the inside. Of course, we need a place to write. So what did I say? The message is better than the card, even though I don't even know if that's possible sometimes. And then we just have one more of those little flowers on the inside. Oh my goodness. So happy to have these to send out to people. Okay, so don't forget that little technique, which is simply, you know, die cutting images out of the same color, put them right onto the card front. And then also don't forget with this one, this was embossed with one of the embossing basics folders, 3 for $30. A great steal because they go with any theme. They're not a theme, they go with any theme. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed that. Gonna wrap it up. Wow, I went almost the whole time. I can't believe it. I guess I must be something's in my there we go. It looked like I had a monitor, like an earpiece on. I do not. I'm not that fancy. Okay, please remember to go get yourself some Revolution Dragonite Oolong if you like tea, because it's good. I don't know how it is as an iced tea. In fact, well, I like chai. That's my iced tea is chai iced tea. That's what I make. So I'll be switching over to chai iced tea soon. But for right now, it's Dragonite Oolong. And please let me know again if you are interested in the retreat or the 5 months of In Color Club. And you can find out lots of information about me, my team, and all of the events over at thestampingsoo.com, as well as shop right from there should you want to. And you know what? I'm just going to wrap it up for tonight. Thank you so much for watching and for sharing and for commenting. And just thanks. It was a really fun night. So I'll see you next week. And in the meantime, have fun shopping from the new products. And I will talk with you soon. Okay. Bye, everyone.